time for Midweek Mini. We are glad that you are with us today. And this one is going out to all of you travel sports families, which is big business, not Joanna's people today, but my people, because I'm a big time sports fan and I have kiddos in sports. And I know, and Joanna has many friends as well, people who are in this world where they are traveling constantly. They are not choosing where they are traveling because they are traveling to wherever the travel baseball tournament is. And they have very little say in the matter, but they want to support their kiddos and they have their kid chasing their dream in sports, but it gets very, very expensive. So today we're going to go through 10 strategies every travel sports family needs to know to help mitigate travel expenses. And if you are not a travel sports family, but you love to travel, these 10 strategies work for you too. Okay, we are packaging this specifically tailored to our sports friends, but this is points and miles stuff that really translates for everybody.
Absolutely. I was just on Facebook literally yesterday, and I saw a mom acquaintance posting on there that they had just reached a level of Marriott status specifically because of her kids' tournaments and the amount of cash that they have spent at Marriott properties. And I try not to interject myself where people have not asked for my opinion, but I was like, do you want my help? I can help you. This does not have to cost you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It is amazing to me what people will spend on their children's sports. It is baffling to my brain. And regardless, the sports are going to cost you money anyways. You're going to have registration fees and uniforms and stuff like that. So if you can take the cost of the hotels off of your overall bill for these sports, that is going to be such an astronomical asset for you.
I was just talking to one of my good friends, Heather. Shout out to Heather. Recently, she was taking her kids many states away for a flag football tournament. And she was like, what can I do? We got her hooked up with a transferable point card. She booked the obscure hotel that she needed through a portal. We're going to get into all of the things that you do and how we can make it better for you. So, whether your kid is in travel baseball, competition cheer, lacrosse, soccer, all the things. Here is step one. Okay, one of 10 strategies. We're going to do it rapid fire and we're packing it in here. Okay, so you may need to take notes or re listen to this. Step number one, you need a travel credit card or several that use transferable points currencies. Okay, this is things like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Amex Gold Card, Capital One Venture X, City Strata Elite. These are all great options because you can use their points for a variety of hotel chains. You don't get to choose sometimes where you're traveling because it's based on where the next tournament is. So you need flexibility. You can transfer points from any of these credit cards to a variety of hotel chains, or you can book things through their travel portal. And why we don't love doing this for travel when we have, supreme flexibility or when we're choosing our destination, it can be huge when you have to stay at a certain hotel or place because of the tournament. So if you know a few tournaments are always happening yearly in the same place, right? Every fall, our kids' team goes to this same tournament. Figure out which hotel chains are there, match it up to which cards transfer to that chain, okay? And then this is fundamental to points and miles traveling. Opening credit cards strategically over time does not hurt your credit score, okay?
Amen.
This is fundamental.
Amen.
In fact, it can help. As long as you are paying on time when the bill is due in full, use this to your advantage. Use these expensive registration fees, the $1,000 you have to pay for tournament fees and gear, practice fields to meet welcome offers on these travel credit cards. Okay. Do not be afraid. Please use them wisely. Pay them off in full every month. Think of them as a debit card. But when these expenses come up, they need to be on a travel credit card.
Yes, 100%. That was all Absolute gold. Moving on to number 2, our next recommendation is that you create a free BILT account. We've talked a lot about BILT lately in terms of the BILT and Rakuten partnership, but BILT is more than that. It is a neighborhood rewards program where you can earn points on your rent, your mortgage, eating at restaurants, using Lyft, and the points can be transferred just like from all of these credit cards we just mentioned to Hilton, Accor, Hyatt, Marriott, IHG, and also Southwest Airlines. So you don't always get to choose what hotels are available, like Mary Ellen said, where the teams are playing, where these games are occurring. So if you have another flexible points currency, this is going to be so valuable for you. And now that you can earn these built points through Rakuten as well, just make sure you're rounding out your built strategy. Take every single card that you have and link it in your BILT account, and you will find that you're accumulating BILT points on accident because when you use them at any of the places in your neighborhood, you get points without even having their card.
Yep. Built is awesome and it is only getting better. So lean
Mhm.
into Built. Download that free Built account. Okay, number 3, download the Upside app. We have a code for this in our show notes. We each have a code. We'll put both of them there. This is a free app. Upside has been around for a long time. Don't overlook it. It is
Mhm.
really helpful, especially when you're driving all over this beautiful country to all the places that you have to take your kid. Okay. You need to be getting cash back on gas. So, primarily, Upside has several different features. I use it primarily for gas cash back. And then
Yes.
once you accumulate and enough, over the summer, I drove a lot. We drove many states away several times. Once I accumulated a good amount, you can transfer it straight to your bank account. You can cash it in for a number of gift cards, maybe restaurant gift cards that you then use on your next, travel to some kind of sports tournament. So download Upside. It is free. You should be using it.
Yeah, I got $6 back on a tank of gas the other day because this particular gas station had a really, really high offer. And that's just an example. I mean, if you're doing that repeatedly, it really does add up. Sometimes it's much smaller increments, but highly recommend Upside. You can find the links in our show notes. Speaking of gas, we also recommend that you create a fuel rewards account with Shell and link it to your American Airlines so that you can be earning American Airlines miles. I personally do not have Shells anywhere close to where I live, so this rarely comes into play for me, but this is a super good way to be accumulating American Airlines miles. And if you are a T-Mobile user, you can also utilize T-Mobile's save 10 cents per gallon at Shell stations. They have that offering on their special Tuesday giveaway things on a regular basis.
Okay, number 5. Do you have to stay in a room block? Okay, be honest, sometimes that is very annoying. But these tournaments, they make deals with certain hotels or your team, whoever you're part of representing, they make deals and have these room blocks that you have to stay in. That can be kind of frustrating when it takes away your flexibility to get the best deal possible that you can. But go ahead and once you have these transferable points credit cards, these travel credit cards, pay with a card that gives you max point earning, okay? Max
Mhm.
points capability here. Maybe that's the Capital One Venture X because that earns 2 times miles on, whatever you pay with. Some of these credit cards have categories that earn more, but you want to earn at least 2 times the price of that hotel that you had to pay through a room block. At least use a card that gets 2 times the miles, okay? That'd be the Capital One Venture or Venture X card. Pay with maybe a Visa gift card that you earned 5 times points when you purchased it. So
Mhm.
sometimes there are some credit cards like the Chase Inc. Cash card that you earn 5 times points at, say, Staples, where you can buy gift cards for other things. Maybe you buy a Visa gift card there that you got 5 times the points when you purchased it, and then you turn around and use that to pay for your hotel. If points are not an option and you have to shell out cash, at least be earning points for your next chosen vacation while you're doing it.
Absolutely. Okay, number 6 would be earn and use free night certificates wisely. So, a lot of the hotel branded cards give you free nights on your anniversary, and a lot of those are for our lower tier budget hotels, which is what you're going to run into a lot of times when you're traveling for tournaments. You're going to see Holiday Inn Express, Hyatt Place, etc. So, with Hyatt specifically, the free night awards are based on which category of hotel it is and not dynamic pricing, which is really nice. So, you can usually use these for anything that's a category 1 through 4, which is basically always going to cover you when you're doing these kind of small town places. If something is going on in town, the cash price at one of these Hyatts could be astronomical, like if there's a huge sporting event in town, but you can still use a free night certificate because it has nothing to do with the price of the hotel. It has to do with the category. And that's so nice. Another thing that I want to mention is to look out for like the IHG card gives you a free night every year. And there are also cards with sign up bonuses that include free night certificates. Like right now, there's a Marriott card that comes with 5 free night certificates. But you just want to keep in mind with everything but Hyatt, you are looking at a max point amount. With Marriott, I believe it's 50,000 points per night. And then you have to top up your points on top of that to stay somewhere that costs more than that. But generally, again, small town places have lower points price because it corresponds to the dollar amount. So in addition to you looking for these flexible currency cards, as Mary Ellen mentioned earlier, if you're going back to the same places again and again and again, and you know you're staying in a Marriott every single time because that's what happens to be available, or you know you're staying in an IHG every single time, this might be a time to do some research on the branded cards and get those as part of your repertoire as well, just to kind of bring it all together and cover all your bases.
Yeah, couple things to note. Just read the terms and conditions because
Yes.
when I got my husband got an IHG card, it came with a certain amount of free nights, but those nights could only be a certain amount of points and they could not be topped off. So
Hmm.
sometimes whatever the max number of points per night that free night can be cannot be topped off. At least that was the case with the IHG. And then some
Hmm.
brands like Hilton are nice because they don't have a max point on their free night certificates. So you could
Right.
use it at any number of places. Probably would not want to use it at your kid's sports tournament, but somewhere more fun. But keep that in mind. Definitely look into those cards. Number 7, moving on. Number 7, download the Fetch app. This is
Love the
another
Fetch app.
free app. We have a referral. When you refer a friend, of course, you get some points. The person who's signing up get a few extra bonus points. So we have that in our show notes. Free app. Fetch is something that it's a receipt scanning app. You can scan physical receipts or emails and online accounts for digital receipts. Then you cash in your receipts for gift cards. So this is great for offsetting dining expenses when you're traveling. Fetch has gift card options like Chili's, Chipotle, Cracker Barrel, Olive Garden, Longhorn. There's so many on there.
Yep.
And they have hotels.com. They have Shell Gas, Airbnb, Southwest Delta. There are literally so many options that can help you offset your travel expenses. And it's completely free. You're just scanning your receipts. So I use this a lot. I cash in most of mine, not for restaurants, but for Airbnb gift cards. But if I was traveling constantly for my kids' sports and we were having to eat out a lot in other cities, this would be a great way to offset some of those dining and meal costs.
Yeah, and if you're out running around busy, you're like, I don't have time to scan my receipts, get yourself in a little bit of a system where you put all your receipts in your wallet together. And then at the end of the day, you just quick scan all of them, or at the end of a few days, you have up to 14 days to scan in your old receipts. And I think some people are a little deterred by the fact that it's only 25 points per receipt, but sometimes you get bonuses for different items. And honestly, if you are disciplined in this, it adds up a lot faster than you think you're going to. And it's just free money. Literally costs you nothing than what you were already going to do and a few minutes of your time. So I absolutely love Fetch. I got my husband into Fetch now. He's having way too much fun playing the games for points because that's also a thing you can do on there. Okay, moving on to number 8. some hotels offer a discounted rate for a second room. So we love Hyatt hotels for a gazillion reasons, as we talk about all the time on this show. But this is one of the things about Hyatt that we love. They have family rates where you can add a room for a discounted rate. So the way you would find something like this would be to call the hotel before you book and ask if this is available at their property. And if it is, you'll probably have to book your first room in points on your Hyatt app, and then you can call to have them add on a second room at a discounted rate. And this is an amazing way if you've got multiple people, too many people for one room, and you need a second room. This will help you save some money there.
Number 9, guys, we are getting there. Number 9, take advantage of shopping portals. So, our
Mm,
favorite is Rakuten. We mentioned it earlier with BILT because Rakuten is a cashback shopping portal, but you can choose to get your cash back in the form of American Express membership rewards or now in the form of BILT points. Why would you want to do that? Well, then the points can be transferred to hotels or airlines for your travel expenses. This can help you offset expenses even more. And the value of transferring those points is more than if you just get straight cash back for Rakuten. You can choose what you want. You could get cash back and you can use that to help pay for your travel. But if you get points or membership rewards through Amex, you can really multiply the value of them and
hmm
it will be worth more than if you get regular cash back.
Yes.
So if you are shopping for your kids' bats, or at Dick's Sporting Goods or buying them cleats through Nike, what you're going to want to do is you're going to shop through a shopping portal and hopefully you're going to wait for a day when you can get 10% cash back or more. At least you can get something extra cash back, even if it's only, 2% cash back, 5% cash back. Always get something, right? All the time we're online shopping. And if you're not going through a shopping portal, you are really missing out on free cash back that you should be getting. So please don't overlook shopping portals. Rakuten is our favorite, but there's a ton of ones that are specific to hotel chains or airlines. Southwest has a shopping portal, American Airlines has a shopping portal. A lot of options out there. I use multiple shopping portals, but always I use something. I always use at least one. If a store is a part of them, I am using them.
Yeah. I always check, or you can set them up on your phone or your computer. You can add a browser extension that will literally tell you when you go to a website if there is a Rakuten offer for it. And just to give a quick illustration of why it's a better idea to take these BILT points than to take the cash back, when you sign up for a brand new Rakuten account using our link, you get $50 when you spend your first $50. So I just had my husband do this. He made an account. He clicked PetSmart through Rakuten. He spent $55 at PetSmart. He will now be awarded $50 cash back. But I am going to have him take the points instead of the cash back because you will get 5,000 BILT points that can be transferred to Hyatt. And for my new friends out there, 5,000 Hyatt points can easily get you a night at a category 1 Hyatt. There are places that are 3,500 points per night, and those are places that are $100+ a night. So you're taking your $50 that would have been cash back and you are turning it into a free hotel that's probably 2+ times the cost or the amount, $50. So this is why we always encourage people to take the points if possible. And it didn't used to be possible for everybody. You had to have an American Express card. But with this new BILT partnership, all you have to do is make a free BILT account and link them together. It's really, really mind blowing that this is even possible.
Yeah, I literally just booked 2 Category 1 Hyatt places, one in Greenville, South Carolina, one in Charlotte, North Carolina. They are around, and I booked a bunch of nights, but some were for 3,500 points, some were 5,000 points a night. So you sign up for Rakuten, spend $50 on whatever for your holiday shopping or, any host of things. Get those 5,000 points ultimately over to your BILT account. which will then you can send them to your Hyatt account, and boom, that's a hotel night. Say you had to be there for sports, you were going to shell out $160 for the night, and now it's completely free because you
Yeah.
used a free shopping portal. It's
Yes.
crazy.
It's crazy to me that now we can see when people use our link, we can see if you've signed up, and then we can also see if you've spent the first $50. We don't have your name or anything, any personal information. We just kind of can see it in list form. And I am baffled by the amount of people who sign up and then never spend the first $50, because even if you never use Rakuten again after the first time, you still could get a free $50 item, because you'll spend
Yes. Yes.
$50 on something and then they'll send you a $50 check if you want it. Even if you don't want to get points or get into this at all, it's literally like you could go get someone's Christmas present for free. Now, of course, they only send money out 4 times per year, so there is a little delay, but ultimately it's a free $50. So I am shocked by the amount of you who sign up and never actually spend the money. So I want to encourage you that even if this feels overwhelming, get your free $50, friends. Get your
Yeah,
free
absolutely.
$50.
Okay, guys, number 10. Subscribe to the Wonderland on Points podcast, of course,
Mhm.
and join our Facebook group to keep learning about how you can maximize points and miles to minimize your expenses while allowing your kids to live out their all-star sports dreams, okay? There is hope for you. I know it is so expensive. Kids are so expensive, no matter what they're into. We love them. We love them so much. They are so worth every penny, but it is expensive. It is hard
Yep.
to help them chase their dreams. But these tips can help you. Let us know in our Facebook group. Join it. We have the link in the show notes. Join it. Tell us how you've offset some of the expenses for your kids' sports travel. Tell us about some of your wins where you were really happy that some of these strategies helped you save money for your kids' tournaments or competitions. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're subscribed to the podcast on any of the platforms, you're the first one to get those episodes downloaded straight to your library. So you don't have to go looking for it. You know, as soon as it comes out every single Monday and every single Wednesday. When you're following us on our Instagrams, we are not great about posting to our actual pages, but we post to our stories a lot. And I've gotten a few messages recently of people lamenting that they saw one of my stories the following day, because some of the stuff we post is time sensitive. I posted some really good Capital One offers the other day that were elevated, and it was just a 1-day thing. So people who saw that the next day really missed out. So make sure you're following us in all the places, Facebook group, Instagram, following the podcast, because that's where you're going to get the information quickly. And a lot of times it is time sensitive with transfer bonuses and everything else. So thank you for joining us for today's Midweek Mini, all about the ways that you can help the sports budget in your life shrink a little bit. We are so excited to have you here.
And please send this to a travel buddy. Send this to another travel sports mom. Help a sister out. People are struggling. Send them this episode, shoot it over to them, let them know that these strategies can help them save money. And we will see you guys next time.
If you enjoyed this show today, please consider writing us a review or clicking 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcasts. And please subscribe and follow along so that you never miss an episode.
You can follow the podcast on Instagram or YouTube at Wonderland on Points Podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Family Travel for the Win with the number 4.
And you can find me on Instagram at Points to Wonderland.
If you're thinking about getting a new Travel Rewards credit card, consider using the links in our show notes. Using our links helps to support us and keep our podcast going, so we can provide you with all the latest tips and tricks when it comes to traveling on points.
And if you aren't sure which card is right for you, shoot us an email at wonderlandonpoints@gmail.com, and we would be happy to walk you through a free card consultation. That's also a great place to send us all of your comments and questions. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you here next time.